Bring it back.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Car Mechanic Simulator. So today we are going to be rebuilding a Honda Civic EK9. A little bit different, not done one of these before. Again, like a lot of my videos, so this is modded content. So sort of as a bit of a pre-warning, not everything's going to be perfect. I've sort of done the suspension setup and got that mostly sorted already. I've sorted out the rust on the bodywork and got the body panels ready to put back on, but I haven't got them back on the car yet. So obviously this is, being an EK9, this is a B series engine I believe, rather than the K series later. But it's not going to be a perfect engine because, as I say, because it's modded content, the modder can only work with what he's got available, what was already existingly in the game. You can't create a whole new engine. So let's go and have a look at what we've got. So it should be a B series, so it's like a 1.6 VTEC. I have owned a Type R. I owned an FN2, but that was a K series Type R, not a B series like this. So a slightly different engine. This is personally, I think the B series is, well, it's obviously it's an older engine, but it's also an inferior engine. So let's get this thing apart. As I say, it's not going to be perfect because the modder's only got the existing in-game engines to work with, but it still looks very cool and it's quite nice to see a model of a Type R in the game. So we'll take the head off. We've got the two cams there, and the next thing, main thing, is the timing cover. So we'll take the belt tensioner off. We've got the various sort of auxiliary belts. Let's take them off in the right order, which I can never remember. Power steering pump, water pump, and the alternator. Take off the rollers and the crankshaft pulley, and that should allow us to take the timing cover off. Not sure if it's going to be belt drive. It's belt drive. Is it belt drive? I'm not sure if a B series is actually chain drive, but I don't know. If I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments below. We'll take the cams out, and then we can take the manifold off. Now, unfortunately, because, as I say, because it's modded content, for some reason it has got a turbo on it. Just pretend it's not there. Obviously, you can turbocharge a B series, I would guess, but not naturally. So obviously, the variable valve timings and the VTEC element is where it gets its power, not from a turbo. So let's flip this engine round to get to the crank at the bottom to get the pistons out. So take the old sump off the bottom of it, take that old filter off, and then in here we should be able to take the rod caps off. Obviously it's a 4-cylinder engine, 1.6. These out. So yes, it's not got things like, obviously it's not got it's dismantleable any part of the VTEC or anything like that. It's not got the aggressive cam profile for the VTEC in this model. But as I say, it's just because it's modded content, so in the core game it's not something that's ever been added. So there's not something the modder can work with. So we've got the flywheel and the clutch assembly out. So let's take the crankshaft out, and that should just about leave us with the block. Take out the retaining bearing caps on the crankshaft. Oh, and actually take the pistons out. I haven't done that. Take the crank out, and then we should just have a block, which should then disassemble. Excellent. So let's just dash over to the repair bench and smash through everything and get everything back up and working. Most things should repair, and I've bought a few spare bits this time, so hopefully I should have everything we need to get this engine reassembled. As you've seen, just have a quick walk around the car over here. I know it's not got the body panels on, but you can see it's an EK9 already. It's got the Type R logo down the side. It's not got a boot or anything on it yet at the moment. It's still got a parcel shelf. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I quite like it in black, but we'll have a look at the different colours when we get to the paint shop at the end. So let's get this thing rebuilt. So we'll put the block back in and then drop the crank in. And secure the crank first. Then after this we'll drop the pistons back in and put the sump back on the bottom and flip it back round. So let's drop pistons, piston ring on each one. Oops, if I can click correctly. Yeah, also with regarding to the channel, sorry we've had a bit of a break for the last sort of week or so. I had a sort of a 4-day trip with work followed by sort of a 4-day holiday, so it all sort of seemed to fall together at the wrong time. So I had to, if I wanted to keep a video a day up over the sort of week or so, it would have I'd have had to sort of pre-prepare 8 videos in about 2 days, and it just wasn't physically possible. So I managed to get sort of about 4 or 5 done. And then I tried to stagger them throughout the week. I guess they got a bit less and less as I ran out of videos. But now I'm back. This video should be out on Tuesday, which is tomorrow for me. I'm filming this now Monday night. And then we should be back to a daily schedule after that, and all things should be good. No more holidays planned immediately, so we should be daily videos. If you enjoy these videos, I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe. It really does help the channel out. I think we've got, at the moment, 41 subscribers, which is awesome. I'm very pleased with progress, but I would very much like to have more. So if you enjoy it, please subscribe. So we'll drop the head back on the engine, and this should then allow me to drop the cams in, and then I can do all the timing belt assembly. So put the cam gears back on. I still suspect for some reason that this should be chain drive. I'm pretty sure the K series engine is a chain drive. And I suspect that's probably the same for the B series as well. So let's get these bolted in. And then we've got the crankshaft pulley to put on. It's interesting, I'm not sure if an EK9 would have had power steering or not. I guess, I don't know what year this would be, sort of like late 90s, 1997, 1998, something like that. So sort of borderline that they'd have power steering. Probably would, I suppose. So I want to put the manifold on there. Let's put the auxiliary belt back on. Second auxiliary belt, and then we've got the belt tensioner back on as well. Roll that into place. We'll put the injection rail in. Manifold. Got a lot of bolts. Get that screwed in. We've got a floating fuel filter. Throttle body back on. Then we've got the engine head cover, sorry, not the head. Get that bolted on. It'd be nice to have this anodised in red with a sort of a Honda logo across the top. That would really make it something special. But I guess that's something we can hope for in the future. Drop the spark plugs back in. Then bolt this back on. And then we've just got the clutch assembly to do on the side. Oops, pressure plate. Get that bolted in. And there should just be a release bearing right on the end, like so. And that should pretty much be the engine we built, unless I've missed anything. I think I have. Okay. So let's take this engine from the stand and go back over to our engine crane and use that to install the engine back into the car. So we've now got our B series, what is it, a B16 I think, back into the car. We've just got the slightly painful job of, I'm going to have to mount this, I have to get under the car to put the gearbox in and to trail the exhaust back up to the manifold. And we'll have to put on that painful turbo that shouldn't be there. So the front exhaust section, let's drop that into place. There's the turbo which doesn't want to be there. Drop the gearbox in. There we go, like so. And then let's lower the car back down. Put the starter motor back on, put the turbo back in and bring it all back together. And then we can have a look at the body panels. So starter motor. Unless we want to bump start it everywhere, it's a pretty critical part. Turbocharger, which shouldn't be there. Well, this is our imaginary VTEC. And then all we need to do is put some oil in it. That's a critical one that I always forget. Glug. I doubt it's going to have the realism of having to continually keep topping that up. But there we go. So, body panel wise, let's go into assembly mode. I've got all the panels sorted and colour matched, so they should all be black. So it really is just a case of getting everything put back on. It's a bit of a sort of a basic part of the game, the body reassembly, but it's also really satisfying because it's when you see the car starting to come back together and looking like it should. Here that with a nice Type R logo and badge. There we go, it's starting to look like a proper EK9 now. Window, door mirror, bumper on, front grille, and finally the headlight. I think, bar wheels, that's about everything on that front. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, it all seems to be okay. Okay, so let's just jack it up, get some sick alloys on, and then we're ready to go to the paint shop. So if we want to change the colour, I do quite like the black though. When I had my Civic, it was in Milano red, so we could maybe have a look at doing it in that colour. Although obviously, my Civic was an FN2, not an EK9, a much later Type R. So let's get this docked in. Hopefully, sort of in the future of this game, they'll start to introduce sort of more base engines, more real engines sort of available. It'll be then what would be very cool is if you could do something like case swap this old Civic. Now that really would be awesome. But that's something I guess we can hope for in the future. So let's lower it back down and take it over to the paint shop. Picture up. I don't know if there are any liveries available. Oh wow. Okay, that's sick. That is awesome. Okay, yes, we're going with that. So it's like a Japanese art type Civic. Oh wow. Oh, we've got the full, so like the Tegawa sponsorship, the Mugen. Now that looks very nice. Okay, I'm quite taken with that. That's one of the nicest looking cars I think we've done in this sort of car mechanic series. Wow. Okay, so let's move the car out to the garage front. And let's go and have a little spin out. I think we might go to the airport today. And have a little bit of a spin round. Hopefully. Civic. I love it. That's just one of the nicest ones we've had at Abandoned Airport. Ooh, which one's which? I used one for salvage. No, not that one. That one. Yeah, I salvaged parts of an old. I broke one up to make this nice new one that we've now got. Yeah, it's one of the sickest paint schemes I think we've had in this game. With these modded content, the modder in this game is a bloke called K3 Rambo. He just does some awesome mods. He did things like the Supra, which I've done a video series on, and he's done a Peugeot T16, which I've also done one on. But some of the liveries are just amazing. Unfortunately, the one thing about this game that isn't so good is the actual driving. I mean, it's not really a driving game, but it's pretty cool to be able to have a good look at the car and just spin around an empty airfield. I did just notice there that K3 Rambo is on the front dash there, and is the guy who's done the mod. I'll put a link to the mod description in the video description, so if you've got Car Mechanic Simulator and you want to have a go building this car yourself, you can go and download this mod, and I highly recommend you do. It's really good fun. So there we go. I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Been a bit of a shorter one than most of my normal ones. Didn't take me too long to get this engine built today. Maybe I don't know if I'm getting better or I've just forgotten something. But certainly one of the nicest Civics I think we have had in this game for a long time. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, please like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Thanks guys, and I'll see you on the next one.